top gospel inspiration award didn't go to a gospel singer. Now, if that's not the world saying to the church world, we disrespect you, we do not honor you, you guys are running around trying to look like us, talk like us, dance like us, sing like us, the world is saying to you, to the gospel singers, you're not us. And we dishonor you, and we're going to give this award to someone who is not known for being a gospel artist at all.
The 2025 BET Awards just wrapped up, and let me tell you, it sent shockwaves throughout the Christian community. What should have been a moment of celebration and unity has now become a disgrace to the Christian music industry. And I can't help but feel heartbroken and appalled by what happened. It's really sad to see how far we've fallen. At the center of this controversy is none other than Kirk Franklin, someone many of us once looked up to, but now it's hard to ignore the deep disappointment felt by so many. Kirk Franklin has always been known for pushing the boundaries of Christian music, but in recent years, it's like he's crossed the line, and I'm not alone in feeling this way. You see, Franklin and Maverick City were featured in the song Rain Down on Me by none other than Glorilla. And guess what? This song, which many feel blurs the lines between gospel and secular music, went on to win the 2025 Gospel Award. Glorilla, a secular artist, winning a gospel award. I mean, how does that even happen? How did we get here?
Did you see the BET Awards? I find it, I really don't know how to express how I feel about it, except that it certainly proves that, and I submit this humbly, that Bishop Patrick L. Wooden Sr. was right. Look at how Kevin Hart makes fun of Minister Kirk Franklin. Look at how Hart has to tell Franklin not to twerk. And then he uses another phrase, was it D-popping, and I'm saying D, you'll figure it out, for Jesus. The world recognizes that this is inappropriate. Now, thank God that it would be fair for me to acknowledge that Kirk Franklin has apologized, and he said that there are times I just go too far. And it wouldn't be right not to mention that.
Since I've spent most of my career dancing and moving around and jumping on stage, that I didn't know that I would ever do anything that would ever offend anyone in any community, but it did. And because it did, I sincerely apologize. I sincerely apologize because I never want to get to a place that I can't learn what I need to do better, what I can do different to make sure that as I grow as a man, grow physically, or in any aspect, that I'm always being humble enough and submissive enough to hear people and their concerns about anything being bigger than the message of Jesus. Because it doesn't matter what my goal and intent is, if I'm louder than the message of Jesus, then I failed.
And God bless you, Brother Kirk Franklin, for apologizing. The world may like you when you try to be like them, but they will never respect you when you try to be like them. And they will take advantage of every opportunity to laugh at you when they get the chance. Did you notice that the praise team or the ensemble that was singing Silver and Gold, did you notice that the girls' dresses couldn't have been tighter? And you're standing there, I'd rather have Jesus than silver and gold. You're performing in front of the world, and your dress is skin tight. And then when the shift came in, and I guess the choir came in, at first I thought it was an all-male choir. And then I looked again, which I did, in all disclosure, I didn't see the show when it aired. I saw clips later. All the men and the women were all dressed alike in male-like suits. Everybody had on ties. The women were dressed like men. The men was dressed like women. Now, so we got an androgynous choir up there, a unisex choir up there singing, a choir that where they put no distinctions between male and female. Now, do you think that's appropriate in this day of I don't think it's right. And then the dancing and stuff. Now, if you'd turned the volume down and you wouldn't have known, if you didn't know who Kirk Franklin is and all that, with the volume turned down and you just watched the show, it wouldn't remind you of Jesus and it wouldn't remind you of church. You wouldn't think that this part is dedicated to the Lord. And lastly, when they handed out, was it the music album of the year or the whatever it is, the top notch, whatever the top gospel inspiration, top gospel inspiration award didn't go to a gospel singer. Now, if that's not the world saying to the church world, we disrespect you, we do not honor you, you guys are running around trying to look like us, talk like us, dance like us, sing like us, the world is saying to you, to the gospel singers, you're not us. And we dishonor you, and we're going to give this award to someone who is not known for being a gospel artist at all. But we're going to give them the top award. And the rest of you gospel singers, sit down and smile and act like you like it. Because if you don't, we're not going to give you any play at all. Wouldn't it be something if we could get some gospel artists out there who are living for Jesus, walking upright?
Yeah, I've got no issue with her as an artist. She's got talent and she's been making waves in the music scene. But let's be honest. Glorilla winning a gospel award, that doesn't sit right. The truth is, she's the kind of artist who should be winning awards in the categories of Nicki Minaj or those in the same lane as her, not in the gospel genre. Glorilla's music, her style, her image, they don't reflect Christian values. Her lyrics, her persona, her brand, all of it screams the complete opposite of what we stand for in the faith. Take a look at her other songs. Her dress, her behavior in public, it's clear. There's nothing about her that aligns with the message of the gospel or the purity of Christian music. But here's where the issue lies. Maverick City and Kirk Franklin. These are artists who have for years been associated with gospel music, with worship. So when they agreed to collaborate with Glorilla on the song Rain Down on Me, that's where the real problem starts. They brought her and her entire secular world into the gospel space. And that's what made this whole situation possible. And let's be clear, this isn't just about one song or one artist. This is a symptom of a much bigger problem. We've been watching as the lines between gospel and secular music have blurred, and now the industry is rewarding the very thing that should be called out and exposed. Rain Down on Me, winning the BET Gospel Award, is a statement, and not a good one. It's almost like a bait to get Christians hooked on Glorilla, to get them to follow and support someone who has no business being celebrated in the gospel space. It's a statement aimed directly at young believers, young people who may not know any better, who may be tempted to think that this is okay, that this is what gospel music is supposed to be. But we know better, don't we? The gospel is about glorifying God, not about fitting in with the world. Some Maverick City fans were already expressing mixed feelings when the song was first released in October. They were asking the right questions. You don't have to collaborate with sinners to reach a generation. And it's true. If God truly told them to make that record, then fine. But where's the discipleship in all of this? Where's the fruit of the Spirit? Are we truly walking with Christ, reading the Word, and living out the message of the gospel? Because this collaboration, this whole situation feels like a thin line we're walking. This isn't judgment, it's a call for reflection. We have to ask ourselves if we're truly walking the walk, if we're representing Christ in a way that reflects His holiness, His purity, His truth. Because when we mix with the world like this, we risk losing that distinctiveness that makes us different. We risk losing the very essence of what it means to be a follower of Christ. So, no, I'm not surprised by Glorilla winning the BET Gospel Award, but I am deeply saddened because it's a reflection of a much bigger issue in the church today. We have to do better. We have to stay true to the gospel and stop letting the world dictate how we worship, how we create, and what we celebrate. Let's not forget who we're doing this for, the one who called us to be different, to be holy, and to reflect His light in a dark world.